Hello everyone and welcome to Doctors Investing. Today we're going to talk a bit about AMC. Uh, as you all know, there has been a lot of hype on this one and GME and all the other, let's say, meme stocks, and Reddit played a huge role. It's specifically in this company, which was close to being bankrupt, and right now they have the spotlight on themselves and they reinvent themselves and they raised a lot of cash. Um, so they are not going bankrupt anymore. Moreover, based on what happened with the charts, I do not believe that we will see $5 again, ever. I do believe that we have a huge support right about here at 770. I do believe that this is a great entry point for a medium term investment. I've drawn a bit of support lines and resistance lines based on what happened in the past. I always look at charts from a macro perspective rather than going with a 1 hour chart or 30 minutes, or I always go 1 day or above, right? So based on this, let's go to weekly. Based on this, we do have, like I said, a big support around this area, around 770. Um, the next resistance line would be around 875, and then the other one at around 1039, and then 1251, and then but again, this is a technical analysis which shouldn't be should be taken with a grain of salt, because when these kind of things happen, with all the FOMO and all the hype and everything that was going on, looking at the charts from a technical standpoint won't matter as much as your average stock, let's say, I don't know, Apple or whatever. But basically what we do have is a big downtrend which was broken by the squeeze. I do believe that if Robinhood and all the other trading platforms wouldn't stop people from buying the stock, restrict people, which I think is a huge uh, slap in the face, to retail investors, and they're gonna suffer a lot from this one. If they didn't do that, I think this would have went like bananas, like triple digits, and also GME would have went so much further. But they did what they did, and the thing is that they cannot afford to do that again, right? That's a good news for us, for retail investors. They cannot afford to do that again. That would be like their final nail in the coffin. I really do not think they're gonna do that ever again. They're bragging that they raised a lot of money, the capital, to make sure that these things won't happen anymore. So they won't be forced to stop people from buying. Therefore, they won't have any liquidation issues in the future, or at least what they said. So I'm counting on that. What I do see here in terms of chart patterns is a huge and obvious cup and handle formation, right? It is this one, right? That's the cup, and this is the handle, right? And I just, for people that are not too accustomed to these kind of definitions, what is a cup and handle? It's a technical indicator. The cup is in the shape of a U, and the handle has a slight downward drift, right? So basically, key takeaways: a cup and handle is a technical chart pattern that resembles a cup, right? Blah blah blah, blah blah blah. Right, this one. This is what we are looking for. The length, generally cups with a longer and more U-shaped bottoms provide a stronger signal. Avoid cups with a sharp V, right? We do have a clear U shape that was spanning from 2nd of February till right today. So this is a clear U shape, so we checked this one. Depth, ideally the cup should not be overly deep, right? this is not overly deep, right? It's perfect. Avoid handles that are overly deep also. This is not overly deep. This would have been overly deep, right around $6. Volume, and this is really, really important. Volume should decrease as the prices decline and remain lower than average on the base of the bow, right? So this is exactly what it happened here. So volume has decreased. At the bottom of the cup, there is like a tiny, tiny volume compared to this one. And it should then increase when the stock begins to make its move higher, back up to test the previous high, right? Which happens here, right? We have a huge volume, then a drop, then a huge, huge volume again, and then a big drop, which is like the base of the candle, the base of the handle, sorry. So what we can see from here is a huge, huge move upwards. I do believe, and I'm not a technical advisor, I'm not telling you guys what to do, I'm just sharing my thoughts with you. I really do believe that we're gonna fill this gap to almost 13 bucks this week. I don't know if it's gonna happen on Monday. I do believe so, but I'm not so sure about Monday because we might have a lot of manipulation in the market and short ladderings and everything, and people selling, of course. But I do believe that we're gonna see this soon, because gaps always fill. So prepare to see 13 at least this week, in my opinion. We also had a huge gap here, right, which was filled right about here, right at $523. So gaps always fill, right. So we do have a textbook cup and handle, which is a huge bullish signal. Right, now looking at a let's see weekly, looking at the moving averages. Let's go with 1 hour actually, because it's more accurate. So basically what we do have here is the purple line, which is the 200 EMA, and we also have the blue line, which is the 15-day moving average, right? So while I was looking at this specific stock and I was thinking about what it's about to come, when I noticed that the blue line, the 15-day moving average, went above the 200-day moving average, I realized the fact that this is gonna be a pump coming. This is gonna be a breakout. This is gonna be a rise in the price. So whenever these things happen, you know, we usually see a big run upward. So that happened, and then we have a huge sell. But we are still respecting, you know, the ascending trend line, right? This one. I think we will still respect it. I do believe that we can see another huge squeeze coming for these days. But. So we talked about the support and resistance lines, we talked about chart patterns, and the next on the list is going to be Friday's unusual activity, right? So for this one, looking at open interest on stocks, and we're gonna just look at the overall market, and I'm gonna sort it by volume, right? Look who's on the first place. AMC's $10 strike. Right, it's a huge volume. We are on top of Apple and Nokia and whatever. The AMC $8 strike again, huge volume. I do believe that these open interests and rise in the volume of the contracts are signaling a bullish run. Basically, I know that you probably know that this stock closed at, let's go at 30 minutes chart. Let's go even more microscopic. So basically this is the Friday Friday movements. We did have a hell of a time going above 8, but what happened in the very last seconds, something, a miracle in my opinion, happened. We had a closing price of $8.01, which was the minimum required for all the $8 strike calls to be filled, right? To be in the money. So if we had $8 point zero zero, all those $8 calls would have been out of the money. So this was, I think this was planned actually. I think this was organized, and I'm really really happy that this happened. And as you probably know, there has been somebody or some institution that bought around 900,000 shares at the very last moment. So this might have been our savior for Friday, right? Now, talking about institutional holdings that changed their position last week, we do have on the 26th of February a bunch of institutions that bought even more shares and increased their positions. So basically, previous shares means that they did have this much of shares in the past, and on the 26th they increased. So basically, we have iShares Russell, which increased their position by 700,000 shares, which is huge. And also if you look downwards, there's a lot of institutions that bought a lot of positions in the stock. So basically, this is another bullish signal. Now, talking about unusually large options tradings, we did hit the news. This was an unusually large option trading on Thursday, and the stock traders bought 700,000 call options on the stock. This is huge. This represents an increase of approximately 160% compared to the daily volume of around 300,000 call options, right? And down below you have the explanations and basically the things that are available on Fintel as well, right? Now, another thing that is really, really important and can drive this price even higher is the media coverage or the trending stats, right? So basically, if you go to Google and type in Google Trends, then you look at search for AMC stock, you're gonna have basically how searched this specific keyword combination is. And if you look at the 30 days movements, this resembles the price of the stock, right, as well. So basically, it's kind of funny how this is almost exactly as the chart of AMC and also GME, right? So we have this squeeze and then another, fake breakout, and then we had a sell-off, and right now we are starting to take off as well. Basically, this is exactly what is happening here, right? Now let's go with 1 hour. So basically, this is exactly what happened. So we had a squeeze and then another tiny one and then sell off, and right now we're trying to take off, which is really, we do not know how further can this go, but I do believe that this will go even higher than the previous ones. Mainly because the theaters are opening and AMC is all over the news, and by the way, their PR department are doing a great job, right? I mean, look at this one. Look at this one. They're so funny. I mean, this was 100% intended, right, with attendees, and this was really funny, and really enjoyed that. So another thing that I wanted to discuss is the upcoming catalysts, right? So as I said, theaters are reopened. Earnings report is gonna be next month. Next week. But let's check on earning whispers. It's gonna go with AMC. So yeah, they changed it again. I don't know if AMC announced anything like officially, because this is mainly a prediction. I know that they were supposed to announce the earnings last week. They didn't, and I think we're gonna see earnings next week. So basically, I do believe that the earnings will be a beat like talking about beating or meeting the expectations or missing the estimates. I think it's gonna be a beat. Um, why do I believe that is because this news came in, right? So they did offer a lot of like huge bonuses to top executives in the company. CEO received $3.75 million, and the other ones like ranging from 173 to 500K. In my opinion, this signals that they beat the expectations. So they did a better job that was predicted and expected from their part, and they did a great job. And right now they're receiving bonuses. I do not find any logic in the company going even down and missing the expectations and the executives to receive bonuses for that one. It doesn't make any sense, and I honestly believe that the earnings will be a beat, right? So another catalyst that was like it's more of a rumor is a possible acquisition of AMC by either Amazon or Netflix or whoever knows. I do recommend you this article by Market Realist. It explains what happens if Amazon buys AMC. Basically, you can read it right here. I can go through it a bit later in the video, but I do not want to get into much details. I just wanted to show you a bit the last part. So, will AMC stockholders have Amazon stock if the sale closes? So it explains that they will negotiate that, right? So they will analyze what is the best outcome for the shareholders. If they think that the shareholders will better off owning a piece of Amazon stock, they will settle for a all stock or cash and stock deal, right? So we will see, but what we know is that if there is an official announcement of this happening, we're gonna quadruple in a day or something like that. It's gonna be huge. So that's another reason for you should go long on AMC rather than scalping it or day trading it, right? Because you never know, and it also make a lot of sense for Amazon to buy AMC just to take part of this. Because I really do believe that people will be more eager to go to the theaters rather than staying at home and watching Netflix or Amazon. They stayed for a year and a half almost at home, and they got tired of it. And they will. I'm 100% sure that more people will go at the cinemas in the upcoming year or this year compared to the past, because you cannot replace, you cannot fake that feeling when you're in the cinema and there is a lot of people, the smell of popcorn, the big screen, the sound. It's an experience that will never ever disappear. So the theaters, I don't think they will ever be gone and bankrupt. And AMC being the biggest ones, I do believe that this deal makes a lot of sense. So I do believe that something like that will happen in the future. Right. Their PR department, like I said, they're doing a great job. They're posting so much every day, every hour. Look at that. Look at that. This is what you want to see, right? This is what you want to see. You want to see activity. You want to see that they care. They're attracting people. People are engaging with them and so on. They have a lot of promotions. They have a lot of videos. They have trailers and movies coming in and so on. So this is fantastic. Another thing that I do see as a catalyst is the FOMO, the fear of missing out of the new players in the market, right? Like I said, there is a lot of bullish sentiment right here. I think big players are already seeing that. I do believe that they're gonna get in. I do believe that the hedge funds that were shorting this stock also took positions in the long run. So basically, they are also prepared for the stock to go up, so they can mitigate the risks of losing too much on their short positions. And I also do believe that there will be a lot of hedge funds that will go against the original hedge funds that were shorting this stock. right? Um, all right, about the gamma squeeze and the short squeeze. Like I said, it's hard to predict when the squeeze is gonna happen, or if the squeeze is gonna happen at all. What I'm still 100% sure about is that that wasn't what happened here in the past was in the end, and that was it, and this was like the big pop, and that's it. I do believe that this would have went so much further, triple digits territory. I do believe that the big guys played dirty on this one. They stopped people from buying the stock. The price went down. Of course, obviously, people were scared out of their position. They sold. But I do believe that right now people are seeing, some positive movements, and I do believe that people who sold, like, with a loss, let's say people bought at 20, sold at 10. I think they're gonna buy again at 10 right now. So because they know that these kind of movements are possible with this stock. There is a lot of hype on this one, and I do believe that the squeeze has not been squeezed, like they said. Um, I'm really positive on this one. I think the next week is gonna be crucial for the next like short-term movements. But I do believe it's gonna be positive. But it's only my prediction, let's say. Like I said, I do expect the stock to go up to 13 next week, at least, right? So I do believe that if the run is about to come on Monday, let's say, and it reaches 13, I really do believe that we're gonna see a price higher than this one this week, right? Because there's gonna be a lot of FOMO. There's gonna be a lot of short covering their positions. There are gonna be a lot of people jumping in, not waiting. They're gonna they want to catch the train. They want to make money, and I do believe that if the gap will be filled this week, we're gonna see even more aggressive upwards momentum. I do believe that we're gonna see a sell-off after it reaches around $20. I do believe that we're gonna see a big sell-off right about like $12-13, half of the way, and then we're gonna see even more even bigger squeeze. I'm not sure about another big infinity squeeze like Volkswagen. Let's see. This was the Volkswagen squeeze. I know people are talking about and comparing AMC and GME with the squeeze of Volkswagen, but these are two different scenarios, right? What in Volkswagen's scenario, we had Porsche, which has bought like around 70%, if I'm not mistaken, of the stock, and they were planning to hold it, right? So it was only one institution that had all the stocks, almost all the stocks, and they were setting the price, right? Right now we are split amongst millions of people. I know it's and you all know that it's hard to contain a lot of people, and mostly everybody's looking for personal gains rather than somebody else's gains, right? So this is not the same. This is not the same, even though the chart looking similar. Any squeeze will look similar, of course, but I don't think people should compare this one with Volkswagen, because the majority of the stock was held by one institution rather than multiple people or retail traders, right? So we'll see how this will play out for the next week. I do believe, like I said, as a bottom line for this video, that we're gonna see 13, maybe a bit of a pullback around 11, $10, and then we're gonna see a big move up to almost, let's say, $20, even though if it's gonna be like 17 or around 17, 18, more realistically. But these upward movements can cause a big panic for the short positions, for the hedge funds that were still shorting the stock, and they will buy back their positions. And there's gonna be a snowball effect combined with the FOMO of the retail investors, and we can see a big huge pump on this one. I do not believe that this was all, and I do believe that something big is about to come, right? If you see right here, This $11 is really crucial as a level to break from. This on a weekly chart signalize the purple line signalizes the 200-day moving average. So basically, once we hit that, we just went down from that, right? We couldn't break it, right? But I do believe this is gonna happen next week. So basically, we're gonna break the 200 day moving average on a weekly chart, and then we can go only up. The sky's the limit for that one. Monthly chart, right? We have an all-time high of $33. I'm not sure if we're gonna hit that in the future, but if it's gonna happen, it's gonna be fueled. And caused by the shorts covering their positions, and people having a lot of FOMO. I hope that this has happened. I strongly advise you to hold your shares next week, to not get scared if nothing big will happen on Monday, because we will see some manipulation in the market. They will try to push the price down for sure, just to make sure that they will buy back the shares. And we have a lot of call options expiring in the money, and they will have to buy the shares from the market at the price, at the current price, just to make sure people who bought the calls, they will receive their premiums, right? So I do believe that we're gonna see a lot of volatility on Monday. The pre-market, I think, is gonna look positive. We're gonna have a huge pop at the beginning of the day, right? I think we're gonna open around $9 to $10. I do believe that, but I think we're gonna see a fairly large correction right after the market opens. And then what happens, it's gonna be crucial for the short-term movement, right? Because people will need to hold their shares. Do not sell, just for a small profit. If you went on this, I know that you went because you want to see something big. If you want to see something big, do not get trigger happy and sell for a small amount of profit. Just hold it, because we all went through this. We didn't sell. I mean, I was really happy with Friday's action. It's really not usual for stock to hold and to stabilize the price on the Friday, and in the middle of the big market crash that was going on for 2 weeks now. So basically, I do think that this is a signal which predicts a bullish run. So with all that being said, I'm gonna be back on Monday. I think I'm gonna make a live video at the middle of the day. We're gonna see how we sit. I really do believe that something big is about to happen, but we all have to hold, and we also have to have a strategy for trading AMC. My strategy, and I'm gonna be completely honest with you guys, I'm gonna hold a lot. It doesn't matter how much. I can even hold for 1 year from now. I do not care. I do believe that a huge spike would always be followed by a huge sell-off. I do believe that these kind of movements are more healthy and sustainable, and I honestly enjoy this more than this, right? If you are going to try to time the market and sell high, buy low, you're gonna get bust, because you might, if you're gonna sell here, you might miss a big train coming, and you might never ever catch like a smaller price just to average down your position, or to have even more shares, and you're gonna be frustrated, and you're gonna buy up here like high, and then it's gonna drop. Do not try to time the market. It's better to have a strategy. Let's say I bought at 10, I would like to sell half of my positions at 20, because I expect another drop to around 15, and on 15 I'm gonna load up again, so I'm gonna have an even bigger position in AMC. It's not shameful to lock in some profits. You always have to lock in the profits. Do not invest all your money, and we will see how it goes. Thank you so much, guys, and we're gonna keep in touch soon. Bye.